While statistics can't ever fully explain the world of sports, there are usually some numbers that may play a part of why we see what we see every day in sports. I hope to explain some of these major topics through stats and facts. My name is Dave Ritterhoff, and this is Back to the Drawing Board. I want to start this channel by talking about a Chicago pitcher who has a tendency to puzzle his team's fans, Jose Quintana. I want to show you two pictures here. One of these sets of stats is Jose Quintana this season, and another is a full season for an ace in the past 5 years. Can you guess who it is? It's White Sox ace, Jose Quintana. These numbers don't paint a pretty picture for Q. Fast forward to 2018, now Quintana is the number 3 starter for the Cubs. The team gave up some major premium in Dylan Cease and Eloy Jimenez to acquire Quintana midway through the 2017 season. This was due to Rick Hahn's ability to sign Quintana to a low-risk contract that makes him extremely valuable, even with the drop in numbers. Now, though, Quintana struggles to make it through 6 innings. A look at the negative changes to his stats, his ERA is up to 3.87, while his ERA plus has dropped to 1.11, which is still above league average. His whip is now at 1.376, and his strikeout per walk rate is only 1.90. It doesn't look too good, but what happened to Jose Quintana? It might be as simple as you think, but so inverse that it doesn't even make sense. What if his competition is, well, not good enough? Well, let's think about this. Looking around the MLB at the time of research, 725, 5 pitchers have 180 plus strikeouts. 6th place is just under 160. Those 5 pitchers are as follows: Chris Sale, Max Scherzer, Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, and Trevor Bauer. Well, wait a second. 4 of those 5 players play in the American League. Okay, let's look at batters with the most strikeouts in baseball now. Here's the top 5. We have Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, Yoan Moncada, Giancarlo Stanton, and Chris Davis, all 5 in the American League. Let's go even further on this. I wanted to look for outliers here. Chris Davis, Matt Davidson, Robinson Chirinos, Jorge Alfaro, and Teoscar Hernandez all sit top 50 in strikeouts, while Mike Zunino sits tied for 52nd, just 1 away from this threshold. All of these players have 81 or fewer games played, and yes, I made it 81 instead of 80 because Hernandez has played in 81 games at this point. Only one of those players is in the National League, Alfaro on the Phillies. Now let's take a look at team batting average numbers. 12 teams currently have a team batting average over 250, 6 American League teams and 6 National League teams. Well, that's interesting because the AL gets a DH. See, last year, the American League held 9 of the top 13 spots in batting average. The year before, they had 7 of the top 10. In 2015, the top 3 teams were all in the American League. In here, we see the issue now for Jose Quintana. Quintana is an AL pitcher now. That's all right. Some players do better against one league than the other. Look at Q last season. His first game after moving to the Cubs, he played an American League opponent, the Baltimore Orioles. Oh, hey again, Chris Davis. Quintana's line was as followed: 7 innings, 0 runs, 3 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 0 walks. His next start was against the Cardinals. 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 home runs. Not bad, but not his debut. This season doesn't look good, and I can point you to one major factor: swing rates. Here are some stats to consider: O swing percentage, O contact percentage, and zone percentage. Basically, these can help paint a picture about a pitcher. Outside the zone swing percentage, the percentage of pitches outside of the strike zone that a batter swings at. Outside the zone contact percentage, the percentage of swings outside of the strike zone that result in contact for the opposing batter. Finally, zone percentage, which is in general the percentage of a pitcher's pitches that end up in the strike zone. In 2016, Q's O swing, O contact, and zone percentages were as follows: 28.3, 71.9, 45.2. This season, here are the numbers: 26.5, 68.1, 43.9. What does this say to you? Playing in the National League, Batters are not swinging at pitches outside of the strike zone as much, not making weak contact with those pitches when they do swing out there, and Quintana isn't doing himself any favors by hitting the strike zone less often. Remember, a so-called slugger will swing at pitches outside the strike zone more often, which leads to less hard contact, more strikeouts, and fewer walks. In a league that looks more at contact in the current day, finally catching up in average numbers to the American League, hitters aren't swinging at balls, and as he sees counts hit 2-0 instead of 1-1, he's left with two options. Try to make a batter who isn't chasing his pitches chase one now, or get the ball in the strike zone. The problem is that this is a catch-22 for Jose Quintana. You see, when he does get it in the zone, his home runs per fly ball numbers have ballooned from 9.5% to 13.5%. All in all, Quintana can do himself more favors by not getting behind in counts. But for a pitcher with his stuff, he could always depend on hitters to be fooled enough and confident enough to get him an extra chance at an out. In the National League, a league that seemingly has worse offense, he instead is stuck watching as guys lay off balls and attack his pitches in the strike zone. My name is Dave Ritterhoff. This was Back to the Drawing Board.